sorry I'm late. I lost my way.
Come in, Bill. Thought you'd gone AWOL again. Sit yourself down, lad. The member Fellini, B.Brand, the Under-Secretary.
How do you do? Browning. I was just explaining to Wilf and the others some of the difficulties inherent in your request for reductions in yarn imports.
I see. Weren't we supposed to meet the Secretary of State?
Yes, unfortunately, the Secretary of State has urgent business elsewhere.
Might one ask where?
Well, I'm not sure that I could answer that. As I understand it, something cropped up last evening. I've already conveyed his regrets to your colleagues here.
Is this meeting minuted?
It can be if you wish it.
Could it be minuted, then, that I consider the Secretary of State's failure to be present at this meeting without adequate explanation for his absence to be not only discourteous, but also lacking other pointers, an alarming indication of the dismally low priority he accords the issues we seek to raise with him?
So if you wish it. Do you have that?
Come on, Billy boy, you know as well as I do where he is.
Then why the hell doesn't he say so? If he thinks a junket in the city is more important than redundancies and closures, then let him say so, and we'll all know where we stand.
I don't see anything to be gained by this, I really
right,
don't.
Bill. We'll hear him out, shall we?
All right.
Well, gentlemen, the Secretary of State has asked me to put you in the picture about the importations of processed yarn. A picture, I should add at once, by no means drawn by this department only, but by several others of, shall we say, somewhat more decisive influence than the Department of Trade. I refer to the Treasury, the Foreign Office, and Defense. Now, I think you'll all agree that the speed and manner in which your questions in the chamber have been answered give some indication of the seriousness with which the minister regards your case. It's because he concedes its urgency that he agreed to meet with you. However, he wants you to understand the complexity of the issues and interests involved and their sensitivity in the present state of play. The defense interest specifically centers on Pakistan, from which, as we said in our answer, some 60% of the total importation of processed yarn currently originates. The government is currently seeking to negotiate a sizable arms deal with that country. Clearly, a reduction in quotas could seriously threaten such negotiations and deal a further blow to the balance of payments. Now, I don't think I need to remind you that, as socialist members, we have a responsibility to assist, however we can, the growth of underdeveloped countries. Any further reduction in quotas now would inevitably result in chaos in those exporting countries of the Third World. And my ministry is clear that any attempt to cut back on imports from the poorer countries of Asia would meet with the bitterest resentment from his colleagues in overseas development. I turn now to the new issue you raised in your letter seeking this meeting with the minister, namely the question of government intervention in the industry in the form of loans or grants, or by taking equity in the industry, or by taking the industry in whole or in part into public ownership. He asked me to say that while these decisions do not, strictly speaking, fall within the scope of this department, he will refer the matter to the Cabinet Study Committee for Trade and Industry, where he'll be able to secure the views of other ministers and departments. He's asked me to add that from discussions recently held in that committee with the Chancellor, he seriously doubts whether the capital required for compensation following nationalization could actually be raised. the present critical state of the economy. Well, I do hope I've accurately conveyed the real nature of the minister's concern in this matter.